Hello everyone. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to go on a little nice little walk and talk here. And I'll let you know why now is a good time, if you're thinking about it, to come visit Cambodia or to come here and get your long-term stay visa extension if you plan on staying more than a couple months. And of course I'm going to let you know what's going on with me. First of all, if you don't know, I have books available for sale. They are all listed in the links in the description. I have a book of short horror stories called The Things That Happen at Night. I also have my book, Living Cambodia, a guide for living in the Kingdom of Wonder. And a book called A Big Book of Weird Top 10 Lists, which is exactly how it sounds. So go ahead and pick those up at the links. And I hope you enjoy them. But I'm almost finished with my standalone shorter novella, I guess you can say. It's longer than a short story, but not quite the word count to be a novella. Anyway, it's called Brookhaven. It is a slasher comedy set in a retirement home with a supernatural creature trying to kill all the residents. However, these are not your ordinary residents. They may be old, but they are feisty. They like to party, and they are having none of it. It is part comedy, part slasher, so it does get bloody, but I also think it's pretty funny. I'm finishing that up, and of course, if you are a supporter of mine, you will be getting your copy to read for free in just a few days. So be on the lookout for that. And if you're not a supporter and you want to get everything I just talked about, all my books, all my future books, and everything else for free, where you can do that by sending a donation. You can do it through PayPal or Ko-Fi.com, and I will add you to my email list, and you'll receive all my stuff from now and in the future, and I'll do that for free. Give generously for the holiday season, and I will give generously back to you. So win-win situation. But if you want to be in your own horror story, if you want me to write you an original, one-of-a-kind, never seen anywhere, never will be seen anywhere else, short horror story, you can do that over on at the link in the description on my Ko-Fi page. Under the commissions tab, there's a direct link down below. Fill out the required information, and I will put you in your very own horror story based on your preferences. That's right. It'd be a one-of-a-kind. Nobody else will get it, just for you. So be sure to check that out. And I also have some free horror stories over on Wattpad. That link is down below if you want to read those as well. Now, why is now a good time to come to Cambodia? Well, there are several good reasons. There are so many improvements going on right now in this country, and it's really pushed itself forward since the pandemic to try to take care of some of the things that people were complaining about before the pandemic. They've taken this opportunity to improve some of the things, and that list continues to grow. Almost every day I read about something from one of the ministries in the government saying, we're going to work on this, we're going to work on this. They're taking the complaints that the people have, especially the locals, and trying to find a way to alleviate the problems and the issues, and making sure people, not only the locals, can live here as comfortably as possible, but also for tourists and long-term expats, that they have a good time when they're here, a positive image of the country, to go back and tell your friends, hey, come go visit Cambodia. You know, they've done all the road work, they've improved their internet service here. New businesses are popping up all the time. And I really love that, because it was almost like a ghost town during the pandemic. Business after business was just devastated. It was just being shut down. Everything was shutting down. And even though a lot of those don't have the money to reopen, some of them are managing to do that. They are reopening some old businesses that were shut down, and a lot of new ones are popping up everywhere. And whether they'll all make it, that depends on so many factors. Nobody can predict that. But it's always nice to see when people are opening up their new businesses and trying to bring in the money. Cambodia has recorded like over 2.27 million visitors for the year so far, and they're seeing Siem Reap is seeing something like 2,000 on average a day coming to my little town here, Siem Reap, and that's always good news. Visits to Angkor Wat are up. Of course, you come to Siem Reap, you want to see the big temple. It is the largest religious structure in the world, and it's full of history, thousands and thousands and thousands of years. And you can get right up close and personal with it and see all the original asparas and artwork and statues and all that good stuff. So yeah, if you're going to be here, why not do that? It just kind of makes sense. Of course, I'm a temple guy. Not everybody cares about the temples, but they are a huge part. I mean, Angkor Wat is a huge part of the Cambodian identity. You'll see so many businesses here named like Angkor Restaurant, Angkor Car Wash, Angkor Sewing, and a lot of businesses will have the word Angkor in their business title, because it's a huge part of their identity here. And so yeah, but it's nice to go out there and see it. And they have that deal now. If you've been here 2 years, if you're an expat, you can get a yearly pass, go whenever you want. It's free as long as you can prove you've been here 2 years. You can do it online, and yeah, you can just go out to any of the temples that are included in the Angkor Wat area, under that authority, under that umbrella, and you can get in for free. So it's a pretty good deal, I think. And plus, as Cambodia is a really inexpensive place to get into. I mean, you have, if you just come in here on a tourist visa, you can do that for $30 at the airport. You don't even have to get one in advance, although you can. There's a link down below in the description if you want to get your e-visa in advance for a tourist visa. But even long-term stay, for $35, you arrive at the airport, you tell them you want the e-visa, you come in, before 30 days is up, you go and get your extension, for whatever your purpose is for being here. Retirement is really easy. 55 or older, show them your passport. You get a 1-year extension, good to go. So, I haven't heard that they have any plans to change any of their incoming processes or change the rules for certain visa extensions. A lot of countries have done that, though. I know Thailand's gone through a lot of changes in the last few years, 6, 7, 10 years, concerning how and when and how long they let visitors in and what kind of visas they need and their stipulations for getting those visas, And Cambodia has not announced anything like that. It's still one of the easiest countries, I think, in this part of the world anyway, to enter. And but you never know. That could change. I don't know. You don't know. Nobody knows. But that's why I tell people now is a good time to get over here while it's still available. Houses and apartments are still cheaper than ever, even when I got here 5 years ago. Seemed like when I got here, everybody wanted at least, the first month's rent with the deposit of the same amount, and you had to sign a 6-month or a year lease. And there are plenty of places still like that, the higher end, the more Western places that have all the amenities. They'll probably still require that. But for the most part, there are so many inexpensive apartments here that won't even require a deposit. They don't require a lease. You can just come in and go month to month if you want. So that is always a encouraging. There are a lot more food vendors setting up and down the street because of all the new tourists that the country is having. You're seeing more of those pop up. You're seeing more foreigners in different areas, even way out here where we live. Not we don't live right in the city center, kind of on the outside, but not too far away. But yeah, we're seeing a lot more foreigners out this way than we did even when we moved here a few months ago. So again, all encouraging signs. And of course, as always, it's probably the friendliness of the locals here that really helps to solidify Cambodia as a destination you want to go to. That has not abated in the 5 years I've been here. From the time I got off that airplane, I had a conversation with my first local guy right outside the airport, waiting for my tuk-tuk from my guest house, and he made me feel welcome. I told him it was my first time, and he was excited. He said, "Welcome to Cambodia," and he said, "I hope you're going to love it here. It's very hot, but you can get used to that." He was very encouraging, spoke good English, and in America, you don't do that. See somebody getting out of standing around an airport at like Chicago O'Hare, you probably don't want to go up and talk to him. He could be a very dangerous individual. You just never know. There's just not that level of being approached, I don't think. At least where I come from back in the United States. I don't know. But yeah, and it's continuing to this day. And every area we've lived in, every place we've lived has always just been full of friendly, nice local people, mom and pop shops that recognize you after a while. And even if you're not stopping by when you're going down the road, they'll wave and say hello, and sometimes call you over just to ask a question or just to talk. And yeah, it's very friendly. I like it a lot, of course. So yeah, these improvements are continuing. And they're making headway on a bunch of other issues they have experienced. And I think now is a good time. If you're planning on visiting or even coming over here long term, the sooner the better, I think. Because like I said, you never know what's going to happen in the future, but things could change. Of course, I'll let you know if they do, but I'd hate for something to change and then have people go, "Oh, I should have went in January or December," and then you miss out on the good stuff. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Be sure to check out all my links down below. Like I said, if you donate through PayPal or Ko-Fi, you'll be put on my list. You'll receive all my supporter-only stuff. And of course, we always appreciate it. I love my supporters. You guys are awesome. And as always, I thank you. And also, I have links down below to my other channel, Horror Reads. If you like horror, I upload a video every 3 days with the latest horror book I've read, give you my review and my opinions on it. So check that out if that's your thing. And also other channels, vlogging from this part of the world. They're all great channels. I got them listed down below. So go ahead and check out those and subscribe to the ones that you like. I would suggest all of them, because they're all very good. My social media is also down below. And if you don't want to donate, if you want to be a curmudgeon, then, hey, that's great. Just go ahead and buy my books down there. They're all listed right at those links. So I got you covered. All right. From Siem Reap, Cambodia. I hope you enjoyed the walk. And, I will talk to you guys in the next one. But I still got 10 seconds. I don't know what to do. Okay. See ya. I'm going to put on pants now.